Hi, my name is Kylie Blacksell and I would like to introduce you to the Ultimate Stress Buster number 3. Again, this is another pranayama, another breathing technique. I'm introducing you to those first because they are the easiest thing to do when you're in a situation. Maybe you're in the car, you're on your way to something, you're dealing with something, but you don't want to sort of move yourself too far away from the circumstances and just want to sort of keep moving in the direction you're going in. So pranayama you can do whenever you need to. So you know, you can just go into a separate room, you could go to the toilets, you could just sit at your desk and just do the breathing, and really pretty much nobody would really even notice what you were doing. Whereas getting up and doing some yoga is a little bit different and might feel a little bit too much when you're in the middle of a stressful situation. So this stress buster is called the cooling breath, okay? And as the name suggests, it does cool you down, okay? So you're not going to do it in the middle of winter if you're actually feeling really cold, or if you're a particularly cold person anyway, you're probably not going to want to do this one. But if you are a pretty hot body person, maybe you're going through menopause, maybe you just seem to be quite fiery inside anyway, you have a lot of build up of heat energy in your body, or if you're literally just feeling really stressed. It's great for stress, anxiety, an overactive mind, an agitated mind. So again, it's fantastic for just before going to bed, just like the hummingbee breath is, the stress buster number 1. Excellent for just calming you down, soothing your mind, just releasing all that tension, anxiety and stress, and getting you into a really comfortable place so that you can just deal with whatever's going on. I've had a few of my yoga students try this out when they're in a really stressful situation at work, and they've just taken a few deep breaths. They've done the deep yogic breath, which is our stress buster number 2, and then they've gone into the cooling breath and they've found it incredibly helpful. So I hope it works for you as well. As I said, it's calming, it's soothing, it calms your mind, it gives you a sense of tranquility. And I'm just going to mention some of the contraindications for this. So there's some people who won't be able to do this. If you have respiratory disorders, asthma, bronchitis, chronic constipation, lower body ailments, if it's the winter months, of course, as I said, avoid it if you're already quite cold. If it's a cool climate, if it's a very polluted environment, you're probably not going to want to do this either. But other than that, so if you are in that situation, I suggest you just do the deep yogic breath, which is our stress buster number 2. So just go back and have a look at that one. It's a fantastic one. I use it all the time. It's the first one that I always go to because it's just the easiest. People can't even tell that you're doing it, and you get to a point where you just naturally do it when you don't even realise. It goes into a it becomes second nature. You just start going into the deep yogic breath without really realising it once you get into the habit of it. So if you do it, make a point to do it for 28 days, every day for 28 days, at least once, then what will happen is you just start to go, oh, okay, yes, I'm not breathing properly. I'm breathing shallow, or I'm quite anxious, I'm feeling quite stressed. Right, let's do some deep yogic breaths, and it becomes natural for you. So the cooling breath is another step up from that. Okay, so the cooling breath is, there's 2 different types of cooling breath that you can do. If you're one of those people who's capable of rolling your tongue like this, okay, you can do stage 1. Alright, if you don't have the genetics that allows you to be able to roll your tongue over like that, then there's no issue with that. You can do the stage 2, which is just breathing through your teeth, so it'll be like that instead. Okay, so the breath itself is breathing in through the mouth and breathing out through the nose, but with that hold. Okay, so the in breath is, and then the out breath is through the nose. Already I'm feeling calm to think about it. Breathing in through the mouth again, and out through the nose. So what I'm already feeling is a beautiful coolness on the top of my mouth, and it will actually cool you down. So if you are actually having a hot flush, or if you're feeling really quite quite hot, maybe it's a really hot day, you're just not dealing with the heat, or you're just really quite stressed or anxious, or your mind's just going crazy, have a go at a few of these. Just out through the nose. And just nice and gently, not over breathing. Don't get yourself to a point where you're breathing really heavily or you're forcing the breath. Just breathing normally, but breathing in through the mouth and out through the nose. So that's stage one. Of course, if you can't roll your tongue, you just do with your teeth together and your mouth open. So it's... Then close the mouth and then breathe out through the nose. This is really cooling and it's really calming. So... And hold it for like a few seconds if you can, and then breathing out through the nose. If you are prone to dizziness or vertigo or something like that, you're not going to be holding your breath at all. Of course, look for the contraindications I've got on the deep yogic breath as well. Okay, because it is essentially a deep yogic breath, but you're adding the cooling breath into it. Okay, so please check the contraindications for that. So breathing in through the mouth. Holding for a few seconds if you're not contraindicated, and then breathing out through the nose. Okay, and the other thing that you can hold in this is the Yana Mudra. Okay, I'm just going to hold that up to you. It's holding your hands like that, just in your lap. Okay, so just have your right hand underneath your left and holding your hands just in your lap. So your thumbs are basically touching, and that's the Yana Mudra. And you can just sit like this and just breathing in and out. Okay, I hope you find that helpful in your times of high stress. And if you make it a regular habit of doing that, especially if you are quite a hot-bodied person or if you're going through menopause, you will find the whole thing just becomes a lot less stressful. So I hope you enjoyed that, and please share with any friends you have or share on Facebook so that anyone else, you never know who's out there who may need this pranayama. So enjoy. Thank you for listening.